Hey guys, how's it going? So today I just quickly want to have a chat with you guys. I don't want to make the video too long. I just want to inform you guys and keep you guys abreast of what is going on with the channel. So I'm not going to explain what it is. You can simply Google it. So during the past 2 or 3 months, the ad revenue for my channel has been going down very low, almost to nothing, due to two factors. The first factor is adpocalypse. You can simply Google adpocalypse and you will, if you dig deep enough, find a huge amount of information and about what it is and how it is affecting a lot of YouTubers. Not all of the YouTubers, since apparently some YouTubers are, like the most famous ones, are not affected by this due to them being on some kind of a white list. But like I said, I'm not going to explain what it is. You can just simply Google adpocalypse if you want to get more information. So due to that being the first reason why ad revenue is severely down during the past few months, and the second reason is due to a new feature or new algorithm, I guess you could call it, which YouTube has implemented on YouTube, which Google has implemented on YouTube, since Google obviously owns YouTube. So that is the advertiser-friendly content. Now, once again, you can simply Google advertiser-friendly content YouTube, and then you will find a crapload of people, of YouTubers, complaining about this since it has been implemented like a month or two ago. Basically, these two factors, the advertiser-friendly content and the adpocalypse, as it is being called, is severely reducing the amount of money that I can make from YouTube. Now, obviously, you guys aren't affected by this at all because my videos are free. So you guys just basically will see ads on them. On some of them, like more recently, you won't see any ads. Perhaps you have noticed that. That is due to the advertiser-friendly content. And even though I make almost all of my content is advertiser-friendly content, I mean, I make videos of a children's card game. I mean, Hearthstone is literally a children's card game, and Blizzard even advertises it as such, as being a children's card game. That is what really it is. And so even though I make that kind of content with like zero swearing, no violence, no sexual content of any kind, my channel is still getting pounded by the algorithm, quote-unquote algorithm, that is flagging all of my videos as advertiser unfriendly. And what you then need to do is you need to submit your video for a review, and it takes weeks. Some of my videos I've submitted like weeks ago and they are still under a review, and a lot of them you can only submit for review if they have gotten 1,000 views within 7 days. So it's really quite difficult to get that advertiser unfriendly mark removed from your video, and that means that you get zero ad revenue from that video. And honestly, a lot of my videos have been flagged as such. So with that being said, I am going to start using Patreon more actively. A long time ago, basically like back when Goblins vs. Gnomes was released, or the Grand Tournament. I can't remember exactly which expansion it was, but basically like over 2 years ago, I used Patreon quite a lot. I would upload a video onto Patreon, and then only my Patreon subscribers or supporters would be able to view that video. and then after a while, like after a week or 2 weeks, the video, I would then migrate the video to YouTube. And basically the people on YouTube never noticed anything. They just noticed, oh, there's a new video on the channel. But unbeknownst to them, that video has been available for a week or 2 weeks before that time. So I used to do that, but the thing is, I just basically stopped doing it because there was a period like from the grand tournament until the next expansion. I can't remember which one it was, but basically there was like 3 months between the one expansion to the next expansion where I had already created all of the Hearthstone 14 language videos. So I already created all of the videos and uploaded it to some of it to Patreon and some of it to YouTube. So basically there was no more content, no more 14 language Hearthstone content for me to upload to Patreon, and that meant that all of my Patreon supporters basically got no bang for their buck. They didn't get anything from being a Patreon supporter for those next 3 months, because like I said, it takes about 3 or 4 months between all of the different expansions. So I just basically stopped uploading videos to Patreon, and I told my Patreon supporters at the time that this is the story. You're not going to get any new Hearthstone videos for the next 3 months or so, new exclusive to Patreon kind of videos for the next 3 or 4 months. And so obviously because they weren't getting anything from that, they all unsubscribed, which is absolutely fine, because I told them straight up I would not be able to give them any content for the next few months. But now, 2 years later, I am going to have to start doing that again. So there will be a few select videos, mostly it will be the legendary card videos and the hero card videos, stuff like the Lich King and all of that I will be uploading to Patreon exclusively. And the video will stay there for an indeterminate amount of time. It might be only a few days, or it might be a week or 2 weeks. It just really depends on a bunch of stuff. But after that time, after the week or whatever that the video has been exclusive to Patreon, it will then just be uploaded to YouTube. So my subscribers on YouTube who are not Patreon supporters will basically be none the wiser. They will just see the video pop up on my YouTube channel. So honestly, my normal YouTube subscribers aren't losing anything. They will still get all of my content. They will now just simply have to wait a little bit for a few select videos, and honestly it will not be a lot. It's not like I'm going to upload all of my content onto Patreon exclusively. It will honestly just be like 6, maybe 7 videos a month that will be on Patreon, and they will eventually make their way to YouTube. So like I said, my normal YouTube subscribers will still get all of my content. It will still be available to them for free on YouTube. And the people who donate on Patreon will simply be able to view a few select videos earlier than anyone else. And of course, because I am quite literally the only person on earth who is doing Hearthstone in 14 languages, you really can't find this type of content anywhere else. So that is part of the reason why I think it is absolutely worth the money. And honestly, the quote-unquote money is very little. The lowest pledge on Patreon that you can make is $1. So for $1 you will get early access to all of those videos. And you can obviously pay more if you want. You can pay $5 a month, $10 a month. It really just depends how much you are able to give and how much you want to give. But for $1 a month, you will be able to get all of the early access videos on Patreon. But honestly, the biggest reason why most people donate and most people choose to donate on Patreon is not because they are getting something in return. It's not because they are going to get early access to videos or anything like that. It is because they want to support the creator and because they appreciate what the creator is doing. It's pretty similar to Twitch. Obviously on Twitch there is a subscribe function, and you then pay $5 a month to subscribe to that particular person on Twitch, and that usually comes with a few benefits, like some people get emotes, other people get access to chat and a bunch of stuff like that, which honestly in my opinion are pretty meaningless rewards, to be honest. I mean, sure, you can then basically communicate in chat with the person who you are supporting on Twitch, but the chances of them actually speaking directly to you in a personal way through chat, which is usually just a fucking mess, is really, really low. So honestly, I don't really get the big deal behind subscribing to someone on Twitch for that $5. And something a lot of people don't know is that only $2.5 of that $5 actually goes to the person you are subscribing to. The other $2.5 goes directly to Twitch. So Twitch takes 50% of that $5. So it is really a very steep percentage that Twitch takes. Whereas on Patreon only takes about 5% of the donation. So if you donate $1, I will get 90 cents, around about 90 cents of that $1. If you donate $10, then I will get around about $9. But honestly, the fact that the person who you are supporting getting 90% or 95% of what you are intending to give them is honestly, in my opinion, much better than them only getting 50% like on Twitch. So honestly guys, that is all I wanted to say. The too long didn't read version of what I am trying to say is that absolutely nothing is going to change for my YouTube subscribers. You are still going to get all of the content at the end of the day. You wouldn't even notice any difference. Like I said, basically like 2 years ago I used to do this, and the YouTube subscribers didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. They just got the videos on their subscription feed when I uploaded them and when I migrated them over from Patreon to YouTube. So they didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. So for the YouTube subscribers, everything is going to stay exactly the same. And then the people who want to support me by doing a monthly donation on Patreon will just get early access to some of my content. And I honestly think that $1 a month is absolutely fair for getting early access to content which no one else on the internet can provide. Only I am doing these kinds of videos. And I also provide you guys with a bunch of other early access stuff. If you remember a few weeks ago, before the release of the Knights of the Frozen Throne, I uploaded gameplay, hero animations and a bunch of other stuff that no one else on the internet had. And I have constantly been providing my subscribers and the people who watch my channel with early access content through the past years, and I will continue to do so. With the next expansion, I will once again release early access content that no one else on the internet has, before you are even able to get that in the actual game. And honestly, $1 a month is a minuscule amount to ask for all of that early access content that nobody else can provide. So with all of that being said, the Lich King video is now available on Patreon, and I have been working on that video for the past week. It is the longest video I have ever made. The previous longest video that I've made was the Kalthuzad in 12 languages video, which was 50 minutes long. Now, the Lich King video is 4 times as long. The entire video is 3 hours and 50 minutes long, and it has over 15 minutes of Lich King dialogue with all of the different Lich King special interactions. He has special dialogue with Archmage and Anidus, Bolvar Fireblood, Illidan Stormrage, Kalthuzad, Professor Putricide, Sylvanas Windrunner, Tyrion Fordring, and a bunch of others, and you can hear all of those interactions in the video. And if you consider that my normal videos, like the normal 14 language videos, only have around 15 seconds of dialogue, like the play, attack and death sound, all of that is like usually less than 15 seconds of dialogue in like English, and then 15 seconds in German. Well, the Lich King video has 15 minutes of English dialogue and 15 minutes of German dialogue, and the other languages like Russian has like 18 minutes, Thai has also around 18 minutes, so honestly some of the other languages actually has way more dialogue than the English does, but the English one has 15 minutes of Lich King dialogue and special interactions. So that's over 60 times the amount which you would normally get in a normal video. Like if you take the Ticking Abomination video that I recently did, the Ticking Abomination only has like 11 seconds of English dialogue, and the Lich King video has 15 minutes, so that's way more than 60 times the amount of dialogue. So it really truly is a massive 14 language video, and it is the biggest one that I've ever done, and that will be the first video that will be available exclusively on Patreon. And like I said, that video is available right now, so if you want to, you can head over to Patreon, the link is in the description below, and you can watch that video once you've committed to a monthly donation. And like I said, that monthly donation can be anywhere from $1 upwards, just depending on how much you really want to give. But the minimum is $1 a month. And you can cancel your donation anytime in the next month. So as soon as the deduction has been made at the beginning of the month, or for some people it's on the 5th day of the month, you are then free to cancel your donation. Even though you will no longer have access to the Patreon exclusive videos, you still are absolutely free to do that. So yeah guys, that's it. I really hope that you guys will be able to support my channel, and I look forward to still being able to provide you guys with content that nobody else does. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.